Hello, it's Michael with AVIQ once again, and with me is Erin from Erin's Audio Corner. We're going to talk a little bit about, or he's going to talk a little about the upcoming event we have here. The last one went over really well. We had a good time, very interesting, and then I may ask him a few questions. But Erin, why don't you fill us in on the event?
Okay, all right. So we had an event in January where I just posted on my YouTube page and Facebook page. If you're in the area, the North Alabama area, or if you're somewhat nearby, come on out to AVIQ. We're just going to hang out for the day, chit chat with friends, make new ones, bring your family, bring your kids, whatever, and hear some stereos at the same time. So we did that. It ran from like 10 a.m. to roughly 3 p.m. or so. Yep. And I think there was about 40 something people in attendance. It's a really good time, met a lot of new people, phone numbers were exchanged, and yeah, it was just a good event overall for the audio community. And it was free, so that's a cool part. You didn't pay, you just show up, and they even had refreshments and stuff like that. So yeah, it was cool.
It was fun to get a lot of people in that have the same interests and the same hobbies, and are interested in not just the technology behind all of the electronic speakers and products that are out there today, but just chat about good old times, what concerts we saw, share stories. It turned into more of a family event with strangers that are now family than it was just a crowd of people. So Erin, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Your methodology on measuring speakers is probably a little more scientific than a lot of other reviews that I see.
Okay.
What would you say differentiates the way in the objectiveness that you have in your diagnostics than, let's say, you might have somebody else?
Okay. So maybe as a precursor to all this, so I run a YouTube channel called Erin's Audio Corner, and I provide speaker reviews, both subjective and objective, but I focus more on the objective aspect because that's personally more what I'm into, is trying to understand why it is you hear what you hear. So for the objective portion, I have a state-of-the-art, it's like a $120,000 machine from Klippel, and they're out of Germany. And basically what you do is you put the speaker on top of this pedestal, and it has a microphone on a boom, and it goes around the speaker and it sends out a pulse. The pulse is measured, and then you can determine what the sound field of the speaker looks like. So you can determine, what the bass extension is, or if the high frequency is tilted up or if it's tilted down, what the radiation pattern is. So if it's going to be very reflective in your room, or if it's going to have a narrow radiation pattern so it might not be reflective. And those are some attributes that you can use in the data to help you determine, is the speaker something that I should pursue? Now, at the end of the day, you've still got to listen to this. So typically what I recommend is maybe pick a handful of different speakers that look good on paper for your specific situation, and then try to find a way to go demo them. And that's why I really appreciate that AVIQ is here in town, because they have a lot of different brands that have their own unique style, and they have various ranges from budget friendly to really nice, but not so budget friendly. So if you get out and you get a chance to listen to those different speakers, then you can hone in on what it is that you like, and then from there you have a better opportunity to make the right choice for you.
Yeah, the way I see the data, and this is how I perceive using it, would be that if you're interested in a speaker and you go to his channel and you see, oh, he's reviewed this, he's got the data on it, and then you can compare that data to other brands or other speakers that have similar data. And if you can, so you've listened to one, you go, I kind of like that, you're on the fence, what else should I listen to? Well, with his data, you can kind of go, okay, these other three manufacturers make something that I'm interested in because they measure very similarly. They got pretty much the same response that I heard on this manufacturer. And that kind of opens the door up without guesswork. Look for who carries those speakers that you have a comfortable drive to go to. Reach out to the manufacturer. Maybe they'd send you a pair to listen to for 30 days or something. Not all of them do that, some do. But I've kind of, he doesn't know it, but I did a deep dive into this guy. And at first I was skeptical about it. And then I started realizing what he was doing and how useful it could be to customers. So I've actually gone back to his data when I have a customer that says, I like that speaker, what else do you have? And I go dig through his research and see if any of the other brands I sell have a speaker that customer might want to audition. Normally, I've done that just by my own ears over the years. I listen to a speaker and I go, okay, that sounds a lot like this guy over here, but this guy's got a little bit better bass extension. I think that's what he's looking for. And so we can move things around and do all of that stuff. But it's really interesting having a person-on-person chat with this guy and discuss how he looks at the numbers, how the science is used. And it's not opinion-based, it's fact-based. So he's not saying if you like the sound of this speaker, you're wrong because I personally don't think it measured that well. He's saying that here's how it measured. If you like it, here's some other speakers you might want to listen to. And realizing that really made me start to like the guy and respect him for his focus and everything. So now he's part of the family here as far as I'm concerned. He's a good resource and a really great guy. And this is the 21st that we're doing this?
June 21st, yes.
June 21st.
Yeah.
That's the Saturday, right?
Correct.
All right. So June 21st, get in your car, make the trip. We'll have snacks and drinks and stuff for everybody. It's no cost. We're just a bunch of, well, my side of it is a bunch of old audio guys. His side of it is a bunch of scientists. And it's kind of interesting when we get together, but we had a lot of fun last time.
Yeah.
You looking forward to it? I am.
Absolutely, yeah. My favorite thing about this audio hobby since I've been into it in like the mid-2000s, I started off in car audio, and I used to host my own get-togethers at my house, and I might have 30 to 40 different people show up, and all walks of life. We would demo each other's systems, we would provide pointers and tips, and hey, how did you get this thing, or what are you looking for when you listen for this thing? And it not only helps you become a better listener, but like we said, it helps you grow your own community as well. So having get-togethers for home audio is something I've really been wanting to do with these guys. They were certainly welcome to doing that and open to doing that. So they open their doors up, everybody comes and hangs out, and we have a great time. And then people leave happy. They leave hopefully a little bit more knowledgeable, and they've had some good experiences.
Yeah, it was a blast last time. Looking forward to doing it again.
For sure.
And then I'll let a little sneak peek out. This he doesn't know I'm going to say this. So if he gets up and runs, so be it. We're thinking about maybe putting together a thing, and I'd like some feedback on this, and doing some blind tests on cables.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% on board.
Are you?
Yeah, I would love to do that. I've got a thing to do it with.
Yeah. And I would be curious how many people would like to come out. We can, cables are the one thing when you bring up in this industry that is polarizing as anything else. But it'd be fun to do a blind test, especially with people who are into the hobby, who have educated ears, who have spent years listening to different music. They know what they like, and they can hear differences that a lot of other people may not spot. And it would just be a really curious, a curious thing to do that way. He said he's on board, so
yeah, no, I welcome it. That's something I've been wanting to do anyways.
Erin, thank you so much for spending the time.
Yeah,
and really looking forward to doing this again.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. Yeah, and hopefully see all of you there.